So this is my training module that I created. It was for the Indianapolis Children's Museum. They needed me to update their exceptional customer service training module. And so that is exactly what I did. As you can see, I had to change the title to and had to add in constituent relationship management since they wanted me to add that. So now for successes for my training module, I thought gathering the information was relatively easy. They had it all within Microsoft Teams. I did not really have to strain too much about creating the content from scratch. That was already all there. They just needed me to work with the SME to figure out what are we getting rid of in the training module and what are we going to add. And I believe I was able to ask the right questions successfully in order to get and understand what they really wanted. So as you can see, I was able to collaborate with the SME. We kept some of their standards, like we kept the brand pillars, the standards, the TMs and standards. Through collaboration, I figured out they wanted to add values. They had a new mission statement, they had a new vision statement. I also learned through collaborating with the SME they want the constituent relationship management training in this training as well. So that is what I had to end up adding, and I was able to go through some of her other PowerPoints already, where she had already created these slides. I also thought designing my facilitator's manual was relatively straightforward. I got my inspiration from EDCI 572, where I had to develop a facilitator's guide. So I kind of got my inspiration and design from there. And I kind of did use Google and looked up like another example of facilitator's guide, which is where I also kind of got like this design layout from, the brief description, the objectives, location, materials, training agenda, objectives again, and like a little welcome statement. So that is how I thought designing the facilitator's manual was relatively simple and straightforward. So now on to challenges for the training module. I'm not going to lie, I had a difficult time putting in like the content into the facilitator's guide. I know I had just said I found it relatively easy to design, but designing and putting in the correct information is a lot different. So I collaborated with the SME, and we both agreed that really spelling things out for the person who would conduct this would be most beneficial. So that's what I did here. As for another challenge, I had a hard time understanding the journeys. I had a really hard time understanding these at first and what they were about, because there's just so much information on here, it can get overwhelming. So I collaborated with the SME a few times, and eventually I was able to wrap my head around it. But yeah, those are some successes and challenges that I had with my learning module.